It is so easy to get caught up in the beautiful spectacle of a fireworks display this 4th of July weekend, but for Americans with some breathing problems, poor air quality following fireworks could literally take their breath away. Well, joining us now on the Newsline to tell us how we can breathe a little easier, Dr. David Beuther, the Chief Medical Information Officer at National Jewish Health. And thank you so much for joining us on this holiday weekend, Doctor.
Oh, thank you for having me.
This is certainly something for people that really could impact and really trigger asthma symptoms from being out there in the air after this beautiful sight in the sky. Certainly talk to us about what are some of the tips for people who want to be just like everyone else enjoying the beautiful sights but not have a reaction from it.
Well, for people with mild or moderate disease, it's well controlled. They have asthma, they've been taking their medications regularly and haven't had a lot of recent trouble. They're probably not at very high risk, but they should be aware that this is a trigger for asthma, and they should make sure that they're taking their everyday medication like they always are consistently. And don't forget to bring that rescue inhaler, because if you get a large load of this small particle pollution from the fireworks, along with everything else that you might be exposed to, it's a good idea to have a backup plan in case you start to develop symptoms of wheeze or cough or shortness of breath.
Absolutely. One of the things people certainly stake out ahead of the fireworks is their position. Where are they going to be able to see the fireworks the best? What's the easiest for them? Well, one of the things certainly would matter is where you are and how close for people who might be suffering.
Yeah, this type of air quality problem is very local. It's similar to what we experience in people on busy roads inhaling diesel exhaust. And so for fireworks, I guess I would try to not be directly downwind of the fireworks display. I would try to stand back a little bit and enjoy the show rather than be right up there where the majority of the smoke and particulates are coming down. And this appears to be fairly short-lived. By the next morning, the air quality is okay. So I think that if you can limit your exposure and take your medications regularly, bring your rescue inhaler, and unless you have really severe uncontrolled disease where maybe you ought to stay home, I think you can go and enjoy the fireworks without worrying too much.
If we get to a worst-case scenario, people who wake up the next morning not feeling any better, what would be the next step for those individuals?
Well, they would take they'd enact their asthma action plan, which often involves taking their rescue medication. If their symptoms aren't relieved, they need to talk to their doctor, or on the holiday weekend, oftentimes go to the nearest emergency room. And a lot of asthmatics, their worst time is 4 or 5 a.m. or first thing in the morning. So that's a good time to kind of check yourself as to how you're doing.
All right, Dr. Beuther, thank you so much with lots of great information for all of us wanting to join in on the action of the fireworks. Hope you have a great 4th of July as well.
You too.